risk manager and security consultant. Well, there's several things that I teach in my seminars and workshops. And I start with the situational mindset, or what we call area awareness. And what we do is we try to make sure that we are aware of our surroundings and we're not doing private things in public. And one of the things that we stress is not closing out the public. Like when you have the earbuds in, try to leave one out so that you can be able to hear what's going on around you, because you want to use all of your senses. And then another thing you can do is proximity. If someone means you good, then they will prove themselves. So that way you can keep distance between you and that person so that you won't be in danger and you don't have to immediately try to get away. If they happen to grab you, you have time, because distance means time. And then another thing is you want to try to keep your hands free. And if you can't keep your hands free, keep your strong hand free. And this will give you the ability to use one of your strongest tools in order to release a grip or push someone off. And last but not least, you want the right mindset. You want to be able to understand that there's bad people doing evil things out here. And if you think this won't happen to you, then you have adopted what we call a victim mindset. So if you want a victor mindset, then you are prepared in case you have to defend yourself. And knowing what to do is the very start and the best recourse, instead of guessing or... It's very important to listen to your instincts, because the more you use them, the better you get at it. You know, it's easy to say, I'm sorry, than to be a victim of a situation when you're like, oh man, I knew I should have. So it's easier to apologize and say, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean any harm. But what if you're right? And if you're right, you don't want to be in someone's trunk or van saying, I shoulda, woulda, coulda.
And in that moment, if you are grabbed, what do you do?
Well, one of the first things that I would suggest you do is it's a two-ply reaction. You want to scream as loud as you can, no, stop, don't, call 911, and then you want to go limp. You want to be just a blob of weight. Make it very hard for them to try to transport you away from that particular position or spot. And when you go limp, if you can get to the ground, grab hold of their legs to keep them from moving, and simultaneously, no, stop, don't, someone call 911.
And I know pepper spray, some people are recommending pepper sprays. Do you have any advice on you should carry it, and then if you do, what kinds to get, what to look out for?
Well, there's various types of pepper spray that's out on the market. I would suggest you get the police strength pepper spray. Pepper spray is measured with SHU, so that's Scoville heat units. So a police strength is like 2 million or more. So if you're going to get a pepper spray, use the type that the police use.
I've heard that making sure you get an effective one and one that's not expired, because some of these have done studies and some of them work a lot better than other ones.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think of anything else. What's the importance, or why would you recommend that runners take some sort of a self-defense class? And if they want to find a self-defense class, what kind should they look for?
I think that runners are people who, like everyone else, move about in a area where bad people also move about. So not just runners, but everyone should have the ability to defend themselves if they need it. It's one of those tools to where we tell people it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And you can do a security course, you can do a self-defense course, like take a ongoing martial arts. You can do a seminar or a workshop that the seminar and workshop helps you with your situational awareness, as well as how to get someone off of you as quickly and easily as possible. When people know that these are the typical responses, then now they can see that if this situation calls for, now if this person does this, I'm going to do that. So having a game plan is paramount in self-defense. Because again, like I say, it's easier to say, I'm sorry, than it is for you to be trapped and put in a position where you're a victim. So if this person does this, then that lets you know in your mind, okay, I need to be doing that. Instead of it all coming upon you at once, and then now you're trying to scramble and figure things out. You must have a goal, you must have a plan, and then you execute that plan to obtain that goal.
And then any other technology, I know I mentioned pepper spray, anything else that people should consider?
Well, one of my favorite tools is the tactical pen. It's a metal pen that actually writes, and you use this pen in a self-defense fashion if you need to. And it works well with, if you have to get away from somebody, you can always hit their hands, which is what is grabbing you. You can also hit soft parts of the body, and it causes extreme pain. It's like getting hit by a slow-moving bullet, and it works. It has always worked for me.